A visionary man, a true war general with the dream of Swaraj.
With statesmanship.
With statesmanship.
Which is very rare.
Impeccable statesmanship.
Very rare combination. You know? You are either a good general or either a good statesman.
Yeah.
You can't be both, and which he was.
Yeah.
Plus kindness in the heart for the people. I know only one person till now in my life. See, they say power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. But here is a man, only one person, man or woman, I have seen who is not corrupted by the power.
Yeah.
He always had the kindness in his heart. So with this, I finished my podcast.
All right. And I'd just like to add this last quote that you just talked about power. Power, like a desolating pestilence, pollutes whatever it touches, but not in the case of Shivrai.
Correct.
Before him, women and children were property of, just like they were sold as slaves, but he abolished that. He let go of a lot of English prisoners that, he had taken under his command, just through some letters and exchange of, healthy words between the East India Company general. He let them go. And all right, so I think that was it. So guys, this is Operation Neptune Spear versus Operation Shahista Khan, one where the SEAL Team 6, led by the president of USA back then, Barack Obama, entered in Abbottabad, Pakistan, the residence of Osama bin Laden, and executed him and brought him back to Afghanistan base camp and maybe gave him Jal Samadhi later on in the US. And here's you have Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Shivrai in 1663, 348 years, when he was living and breathing dream of Swaraj with his team Sajak, entered in Lal Mahal, his home, his beautiful home, his humble abode where he used to play Luka Chupi hide and seek with his friends, and found, searched, confirmed, and almost executed by chopping 3 fingers of Shahista Khan, the general, the brave general of Shahista Khan, who was 63 years old back then, And I think uske baad ma'am Aurangzeb ne unhe Dhaka, Bangladesh mein bhej diya.
Yeah.
And that's where he spent the rest of his life.
Yeah.
So I think, that was it. How was it, ma'am? How do you feel? How did you just think about the entire podcast? How was
Very
your
nice.
experience?
I enjoyed it. My favorite subjects. I really enjoyed, and thank you so much. And you asked the right questions. Thank you so
I tried to. Thank you so much, ma'am, for being so kind and being so generous. अगर कुछ भी mistake हो गई होगी तो please माफ कर दीजिएगा. But it was a pleasure talking to you, and I look forward to more. And today I complete my dream of my tick book, of my checklist.
Thank you so much.
So this was it.
Let all your dreams come true.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I wanted to ask this question to you now because I saw the passion and the love and the smiles and the sheer positivity, or rather the sheer liveliness when you talk about Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. You said that you live in 17th century. Do you ever talk to him? Or if you do, would you like to share that?
I always talk to him.
Okay.
I always talk to him that what you must have thought at that time, because I have to write that in the book. No?
And what does he respond?
And he responds in the form of instinct. So he gives me instincts, insights. See, because history is written as what happened, but it is never said why they did, what they must have thought, and their body language and the conversations are not written in history books.
Yeah,
no?
yeah.
That you have to actually talk to those people and find out.
Yeah.
So that comes when you read and you have passion. That comes in the form of instincts.
And that's where your creative imagination breathes into reality and you speak to those characters.
Yes.
When we were doing the research work and when we were on the phone discussing about the podcast, you corrected me very strictly on one of those things when I said that Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj was a freedom fighter, was a revolutionary, was a rebel. And you said, no, he's not. So for all our audiences, would you just, like to express in the truest and the most honest form with all your work, research and love for Shivrai, what he truly stands and how his presence matters in the civilization that we are a part of today?
Oh, that's a very difficult and long question. But all that I cannot answer in one this thing. But I say that he was not a rebel. Against whom did he rebel? His parents? No. His boss? No. He actually fought against the intruders. You don't rebel against the intruders. You only fight with the intruders. Okay, so he was not a rebel, the grand rebel as he is called. No.
Yeah.
He was not a guerrilla also. Why was he a guerrilla? He was not some people call him a great guerrilla. No way. Guerrilla tactics are used by all the armies and by all the army people, by all the defense people. But Shivrai used his guerrilla tactics with kindness. You see, He never butchered the masses. So I will not call him a rebel. I will not call him a revolutionary. To an extent, he was a freedom fighter, but he was a freedom fighter with great general's mind and a great statesmanship who had a vision.
True visionary.
True visionary. Yeah.
Beyond his
And
time.
people like him don't take birth
Yeah.
in millenniums.
They say no, they don't make men
Yeah.
like him anymore.
Men, there is no mold. The God has thrown. There was hardly. He is the only person. And when I saw these qualities in him, I spent 20 years of my insignificant life for him and made it little significant. You know?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
That's it.
So guys, before you speak about Operation Neptune Spear, go and read about Operation Shaista Khan in Challenging Destiny by the one and only Medha Bhaskaran ma'am. Thank you so much. It
Thank
was an
you.
honor, ma'am.
Thank you.
Alright, goodbye. Jai Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj.